What's happening, fellas? What's happening? What's up, world? Welcome to the basement, episode 8, the dead period. How y'all feeling, man?
Man, shit is so dead in terms of football. Shit, I'm ready for some damn football. Training camp, something. I need my fix. But shit, man,
Yeah.
life is good right now outside of that.
It's just about the same. Just waiting for some ball. Getting bored. We're gonna have to resort to watching some summer league probably because ain't nothing else on.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Summer league basketball is crazy to watch. So
Man.
I don't that's just me though. That's just me. You know what? What I do during this period, because during the dead period, the Cowboy, they production team, like .com gonna be on that music. So I be really like every year I go through the same process. I be watching another team. That's how I be getting so hip. Like I be watching, I was watching the Bears camp the other night, like seeing what's up with DJ Moore. They had Justin Fields mic'd up, like a 10-minute mic'd up with Fields like at practice. That was pretty dope. So I even just like,
We got the worst social media team in the league.
no way.
You don't think so? I think it's
No.
terrible. Man. We don't get nothing, bruh.
We get sounds.
Sounds probably one of the best things though. I give you that. Sounds one of the but other than that, bruh, we don't get no practice videos. We ain't got no interview. We get after practice, all we get is would you rather have Batman or Superman on your team? Like we get that's all we get, bruh. We don't get no real content, bruh.
I dare y'all. I dare y'all and everybody else watching this to try to find the Buffalo Bills YouTube tonight. Let me know how that works. It's hard to find, man. Like I do this every offseason. I like watch every team. So I know whose teams are good and bad. The Patriots are really bad. The Broncos are really the Broncos actually, I think, just now trying to get something going, but the Bills do. Like Instagram be chill. They be cool on IG, but like on YouTube, bruh.
Chargers, they got a good one. Chargers got the best one, I think.
Chargers. It depends what you're looking for, though. Chargers is definitely one of the top.
They creative. They outside creative. The box with it.
Jacksonville be good. Mm-hmm. Chicago be good. The Panthers be always a lot of content. You can definitely get a lot of content. Cleveland too.
I was gonna say the Browns. The Browns got a good team.
Yeah. Browns been rocking out since Odell. Since they got Odell that one year they started building the Browns, it's been lit since then.
Yeah. Ever since Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
But yeah, with the coach,
no cap. Who was the coach? Where is that guy at?
That big boy. Remember the coach, real big, cuz he was the old line. Yeah, it was with Hugh Jackson, but it was a real big dude. He was the O-line coach, and he'd be like, and it would zoom in on his stomach when he was saying,
yeah. I think he had a little stick with the football.
Stick ball, yeah.
Nah, no cap. The Falcons joint be good too. I always like watching the Falcons camp. They always cool.
I think the Falcons in for a big year.
Really?
Yeah, I think
we're talking about some other teams today. Falcons. I think the Falcons offense is cool, but they just may not have enough experience for it to look good.
I don't think they're a contender, but they got a good football formula in terms of how they built their team. Like you can clearly see how they envision themselves winning games.
There's a bunch of big people that could get the ball and run after the catch and break tackles. They like, you know what I'm saying? Like Pitts, Drake London, Bijan. I like that backup too. Now that Bijan there, Alligator, what is his name? Tyler Alligator. Yeah, Alligator's good.
Yeah.
And they got Desmond Ridder. I think Desmond Ridder could do a little something. I don't know if he'd be like
he fired. He fired.
Got some potential, but they ain't gonna do too much. But I can see them winning that division though.
Yeah, for sure.
Sweet division.
I like what they did on defense too. I think they knew defense is being slept on. I think they got a good amount of pieces in the second. They got Jesse Bates in the secondary now. Jeff Okuda's over there with AJ Terrell and is it still no? Is Casey Hayward is it Casey Hayward is in the slot?
I think he might have got cut. I'm not sure though.
I think
Casey might be a free agent.
Gone, but I think they got a good. Oh, it might be Oliver.
Oh, Isaiah
Oliver.
I like Richard. Richard
I
Grant
think
too.
he's a good slot corner. Richie Grant, yeah. See that, like they got a real good, safety duo, real good secondary. I think they would probably be a top 10 secondary in this league this year.
Yeah, I don't know what them linebackers look like though.
Well, they don't got Deion Jones.
Yeah,
Jones is cooked.
And he was trash anyway.
Yeah, he had that one good year, and then everybody went crazy.
Yeah, Luke. Atlanta's cool. Just I don't think the Saints are good, though by any means. But I don't feel like that the Saints are going to let the Falcons just take over. I just think they're just going to play in super competitive. The Falcons going to lose some games. They should win 9-8, and the Saints going to make it somehow, some way. Who else in there? Carolina's fried, and Tampa is a fried too. So yeah, probably between Saints and Falcons.
Yeah, I think the Saints got the best unit in the division in the NFC South. I think it didn't reflect it last year because they didn't have a complementary offense to go with it. But I still think they're in the conversation for one of the top 5 pure, truly talented defenses in the league. They're still in that conversation.
Really?
Don't give you go. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Between what they have roster-wise and Dennis Allen as a defensive mind, if you look at their results last year defensively, comparatively to other teams that struggle with sustaining drives offensively, they did not have a complementary offense at all. And to be able to pull out the defensive results they did last year, they're really still one of the better defenses in the league.
I agree.
They definitely attack. And even when we play them, we had a tough time scoring 2 years ago. So I can see that. But I also can see the Saints give up big plays too. All right, yeah, we'll see. I ain't gonna give them that much credit, but
Tyron Matthew do good leading that defense too. Like you said, we talked about Dennis Allen. You got him. You got DeMario Davis too at middle linebacker. Those are 2 of the most high IQ dudes in the league. So they got high IQ dudes. You got Cam Jordan on the edge, who's always consistent. They're gonna give you a run. They got guys. So who would y'all say is y'all pet cat in the league? Because we all got teams for a while it was the Bengals. I was telling people the Bengals was going to make the Super Bowl when they was winning 3-0. I'm like, yo, they going to Super Bowl. Everybody you're crazy. I'm the Bengals is legit. With some teams that y'all look at and that you know it's coming.
I'm gonna go with I got 2 teams. I got the Jaguars. I really like what they got going on.
Come on.
The Jaguars, and I don't know if they count because they've been on the doorstep for a few years now, but I got the Ravens. I think they should make some noise this year.
The Ravens. Yeah, I respect that. I respect the Ravens. What about you, Nick?
I don't know if this is a cop out. I got the Chargers. I think eventually it's going to finally click. I think.
Yeah.
I know how I think they need to find some better receivers though, more healthy dudes, but they don't have no speed on that offense, and I think it'd be hurting them. I ain't gonna lie.
Aside of Jalen Guyton,
bruh, you remember we had Jalen Guyton?
We did?
Yeah,
he went to Texas. He
played for us. Yeah,
he was undrafted free agent out of Texas, the green school.
Yeah,
I swear to God, I didn't know that.
We had Jalen Guyton, bro. It makes me so mad.
I did not know that. When was this? What year was this?
Shit,
19.
Yeah, sounds about right.
That is crazy. I did not remember him. I didn't remember his name.
He went to that green Texas school. We be getting a kid every year.
No, not
North Texas.
Did he go
North Texas?
I think it's North Texas. Yeah, we be getting a guy every year. I remember that.
And I think this. I feel like I don't know how to say it. So I think maybe if you really think about it, I really think Green Bay is going to be better than everybody thinks, though.
Dude, low key, I'm with you on that, bro. I was having that for numbers. I'm like, dude, Green Bay gonna be a problem, low key.
I think they're gonna win that division.
He lost me.
Who's gonna win it?
Well, one of my pet cats, the Chicago Bears.
I can't.
Nah, I don't think so.
I
still don't think they got the skeleton of like. I don't think so. To win that division, you got to be better up front and be able to deal with the Vikings front seven defensively, which they probably not as talented as they used to be, but they still overmatched the Bears, I think.
Nah,
and I think so.
I don't think the Vikings have a good defense. I think their defense is awful.
I think not in totality. I'm just talking about the defensive front. I think it makes them a bad matchup for the Bears because you can, as long as you can make Justin Fields exclusively a runner. If he's not able to, get through his reads and really sit in the pocket to be a comfortable quarterback, it's really hard for the Bears to like. How do we envision them establishing offense if it's much of the same of him running around?
I'm not a Justin Fields guy either.
What?
I am.
God.
I'm a Justin Fields
guy. I'm not a Justin Fields guy.
I am. I think he's the best quarterback in his draft outside of Trevor.
Well, as of now, yeah.
He's him, dog. Did y'all see that highlight tape he put up last year, man?
But he's that dude. I just don't believe in what they have around him.
I think they great. I think people kind of overrated the weapons they don't put around him, but I just don't. I don't see him being that guy. It's something ain't clicking to me with him. Like it's just like everybody is nah.
I can see DJ Moore taking a Stephon Diggs job.
I will say this though, D. I do like Matt Eberflus as a fit with the Bears because I do like when you think about guys from that Tampa 2 tree, like Rob Marinelli, Chris Richard, anybody that really comes from that like old school, Chicago Bears, Seattle philosophy where it's, bend don't break. You can get more out of a lesser talented defense. And that's one thing I think is probably that leans in their favor this year.
And he has a talented defense.
I like the back end. I like the back end, but
he got good secondary. I don't know about their front seven though.
They linebacker. I mean, they got Edmonds. Edmonds is a beast.
He's good.
He's good. I like him. He's inconsistent though.
In Buffalo, I think he'll do better in Chicago. I think
he's a better fit. He's a much better fit in Chicago.
I think even though it worked out for us in the long run with Dan Quinn, it kind of sucks that we lost Eberflus. Oh God, I can't even say
Eberflus,
it kind of sucks. It worked out in the long run, obviously, but I think picking what's his face, Rob Marinelli over him was some shit. Remember when everybody wanted Chris Richard at one point?
I couldn't. I remember because I couldn't stand Chris Richard the whole way through. I didn't like the fact that he's about to. They wanted him to unseat Rob Marinelli. Like I'm a big Rob Marinelli fan. I just think they just shouldn't have let him have a hand in drafting. That's all.
Yeah, he was too stuck in his ways.
Yeah,
I think he's good enough to put a solid defense out there, but he was so stuck in his ways that like it kind of held us back in certain ways.
Right.
Not to change our conversation here, Chicago needs to sign Dalvin Cook yesterday. You talk about how they can establish off. Why?
They got Roschon
Johnson.
Roschon Johnson.
But, well, trust me.
Khalil Herbert.
Yeah, Roschon would have been a top 2-round pick if he wasn't behind Bijan. Roschon was just as effective as Bijan, bro. He thumps, bro. He wants to.
I loved his running style coming out. I think he was the hardest runner in this draft. I think he has the best pad level.
Yeah, he lowers his short, bro. He will run you over, bro.
Yeah.
We gotta see. I mean, I feel like if you got the situation you got in Chicago, because you really a solid runner away. I'm not saying they don't have solid runners. I'm not tripping off Khalil Herbert. I'm not tripping off, bro. I think he's a good runner. But like you talk about inconsistent, every time we watch Khalil Herbert get significant snaps, and it's like,
yeah,
what's going on? And then sometimes he got 3 carries for 300 yards. He like, okay, all these going for 60. So I don't know, but
Yeah.
It'd be nice to see somebody. It's for teams that need running backs. Chicago's definitely one of them that could bring a guy in and hopefully get something out of him. Chicago's a cool team. Another team that I like, I kind of like the Patriots a little bit. I think the Patriots will have a potential to not be a winning football team, but to be competitive. Like I was thinking that day, I'm like, yo, when they make the playoffs?
I think the Patriots are always going to be competitive though, as long as Bills the decoy. Even when they went 7-9 a couple years ago, like half that team opted out, and they had Cam Newton like cooked, and they was still able to compete. So
this is probably how team people felt about Tom Brady. Like this is probably how people feel about Brady. Like Patriots don't worry about them, and they like do won 6, 7 championships or whatever. But I don't know. I don't know. It's a lot of teams out there. The Jets, we're gonna see the Jets do. The Jets gonna be interesting. Looking at just what they got going on from. I think the Jets solid. I think the Jets gonna be AFC Championship game.
We gonna smack that big too.
Oh yeah, we gonna beat them.
Back they shit in.
I think the Jets is that one. I think they're that one team that's going to disappoint a lot of people.
I do too.
Yeah, I think it's a lot. Whenever you get around like this part of the season, it's that one team you get all that excitement around and all these expectations, like the Chargers last year.
The Broncos,
for whatever reason, it always does not work out the way you thought it would.
The reason I don't agree with that about the Jets is twofold. One of that is usually when you get a lot of that hype, like the Dream Team Eagles or the Chargers last year, you bringing in a lot of free agents. The Jets didn't do that. The second thing, I also feel like the Jets was good last year, and their defense has shown that they solid. They really got a solid defense. So I feel like you give Aaron Rodgers that solid of a defense, how could this shit go wrong? Like to me, logically, I don't see the whole. Like if this was a thing where like they brought in a new corner like J.C. Jackson, they brought in J.C. Jackson, Khalil Mack, all these guys at one time. They never seen them play together before with an offensive coach. But they got a defensive-minded coach that's going to let A-Rod do whatever he wants. It looks similar to Tampa. It's really like the Tampa situation with Brady. I'm going to a team that got a tremendous defense, and then they got good runners on the offense side and receivers that want to get loose when A-Rod throwing. Like, I want to see this A-Rod and Garrett Wilson thing go down. Right. Like, is Garrett Wilson about to go for 1,500 yards?
The only thing I think the only thing I'm worried about with them is the O-line. I'm just worried about, like, I think they're very contingent on if they have an effective running game. If they have an effective running game, then they'll be able to do enough to mitigate whatever issues they might have offensive line-wise. Because as a tackle, what is it? It's Mekhi Becton and the right – I don't even know the right tackle's name.
They put he a first-round pick, too. I can't think of who it is. But I think
it's Barrett Tucker?
Elijah, yes.
Elijah Vera Tucker. So
yeah,
those are two good players.
Breece Hall. Breece was phenomenal.
I love the weapons. And I love the defense. But I think getting the most I think about Aaron Rodgers last year, and I think there was a clear difference. I know his thumb was injured, but I think there's a clear difference of how Rodgers looks when Bakhtiari and Yash Neiman are in the game. And when those guys aren't in the game, when the protection when he's not as confident in the protection, I think you get to see Rodgers be a little bit more jittery, and you get to see him like he's not willing. I think even in our game last year, I think he wasn't as willing to stand in and wait for a certain look to develop. I think he was very quick to get the ball out, and it left early in the season, it left a lot of big plays on the table for them.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is going to be the reason it fails. I'm going to tell you that right now. If you go into a hole, say you're 80% sure you're going to retire, and then you come out of that hole saying you're not going to retire,
then you're Tom Brady.
You shouldn't be playing football, bruh. You shouldn't. You don't love the game enough right now, bruh. He's there for 55 million reasons, and I'll tell you, each of them is $1.
Man, Tom Brady, Brett Favre, Michael Jordan. I mean, the list goes on. People with Jay-Z. I mean, people retired.
Hear me out though. One, I don't think Brady ever wanted to retire. If we going off of what happened the last time, what happened last year, we saw it this year. They went, what, 8-9? 7-9? 7, what was it? 8-9, whatever they went. So, that shows you can't be half in, half out with football. Now, to the Michael Jordan point, we got some other theories what that was. If we being honest, we don't have to get all into it, but we have some other theories that wasn't really a retirement, probably. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I see what you're saying, but the example of Brady shows you last year. You can't be half in, half out. Football is it's too fast of a sport. It's, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be half in, half out. He said he was 80% sure he was gonna retire. That's a high chance that you're gonna retire.
Right.
I can't trust it.
I don't know, man, but we just know this guy, bro. Like, if anybody knows this guy, we know this guy.
Right.
And as much as we hate him, the only thing I can say about him is that I want to beat him. I can't say that anything else bad about that guy.
Like, get your wish week too. Don't worry.
I don't care about beating Aaron Rodgers in the regular season. I want Aaron Rodgers to make the Super Bowl. No, actually, I don't know if I want Aaron Rodgers to make the Super Bowl. Because you see your face? You see your face? Yeah, I actually don't know if I want him to make the Super Bowl. Because that's the one person I don't want to play. I'd be depressed the entire week if we had to play everybody in the Super Bowl. I would be like, wow, this is the moment I waited for, and now I got to do this.
For real.
Hey, let me spin back on the Bears real quick, though. We talking about who they need, whatever they need. I wonder what it would take for the Cowboys or the Bears, really, to say it's okay for us to get Tevin Jenkins up off him. They don't seem committed to him.
You said who?
Tevin Jenkins.
Lyman.
Oh, Tevin Jenkins for the Bears, the guard.
Yeah. They don't seem committed to him. I wonder if we throw him a third or a second or something. I think he's worth that. Third, at least.
How do you feel about our guard problems? If we have a problem.
I hear from what I hear in training camp, I feel good about the guard position. Because there's a plan A, there's a clear plan A, there's a clear plan B, and then there's a clear contingency for what's going to happen after that. Like, it's not like we gone into seasons where at left tackle, we know Tyron Smith is injury prone, but there's no plan for when he goes down. So whenever he goes down, we just grasping at straws and throwing somebody at left tackle. I think they're already working out, the logistics of who goes where once people are hurt. So I think if you can add numbers at that position, that's great. But a top 100 pick, I don't know.
You don't think so? Here's my wish. My wish right now is the future is, well, let's go at left tackle, Tyler at left guard, Tyler at center, whoever ends up replacing Zach at right guard, and then Terrence at right tackle. But I'm hearing Terrence wants top tackle money.
That's his agent talking. Will he actually get it? No.
Yeah, I hope not. I doubt it. Terrence is good. He ain't top tackle good.
I think that the philosophy that you just keep picking line every year. Do we do it this year? No. But I think they're right. I mean, we did later on with the NC guy, but I think theoretically, if you just keep picking line every year, your problems are gonna solve themselves. I really, even with the Zach thing, just keep picking line every year. In the first top 3 picks, pick a lineman. I don't care.
Get at least one. I wouldn't even be mad if you double up in the first 3.
Right.
I think Zach's here for the fight. Zach's here for at least the fight. As long as this thing is a fight for us, I think we can trust Zach Martin to be there for us. I think Tyron's in as long as his body allows him. Tyler's legit. Tyler's working through his career right now. We'll see if that's sustainable for us. And then you looking for one guy to fill in the role, whether it's gonna be Terrence Steele, he may be out of here. Well, let's go, or whoever else. So you got at least 3 linemen penciled in for the next 3 years, hopefully. And then you got
I think this is Tyron's last year, though.
You think so?
I'd feel more. If you had to place a bet on it right now, I'd say this is last year.
It's the last year of his contract, right?
Yeah, they changed it to a 1-year joint, so this is the last year. I just can't see him coming back next year, and he doesn't want to play. They've like made it abundantly clear if he's anywhere else, he's not playing football. So,
Right.
This has to be his last year.
Can we have a gentleman's wager? $1.
All right.
I got Tyron playing every game.
Every game.
I got $1 on it. I got $1. Gentleman's wager $1. Bet $1.
If I could get Tyron.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Derrick. I think he'll play every game this year.
I think he's gonna play every game.
Just because we think
Iron Man.
Just because we think we got that figured out, I think he'll play every game.
Every game?
Every game.
Yeah.
And is he playing most of the snaps? Is he playing most of the snaps every game?
He's him. He's your left tackle. He's him.
I hope so.
And so what happens if Tyron plays every game? Does he allow a sack? How many sacks does he allow?
He's gonna be rusty, man. I don't know if we getting peak Tyron. As long as he's a top 15 tackle, we'll be all right.
He's gonna be
Tyron
top.
Smith?
He's gonna be top 7.
Tyron Smith wakes up as a top 10 tackle.
Right now, to this day.
To this
For
day,
sure.
I think he wake up and he just come to practice and he's a top 10 tackle. That's just what it is.
If I can get, like I said, I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying if I can get top 15 tackle play out of him, I'm fine with that.
Right.
Because I know that Dak will be able to navigate that.
Yeah.
And especially with the new offense, I think it'll be fine.
It's the Jason Peters thing. Like, him out there is a win. Like, him out there is a win for you. And I think it's Tyron out there. Like, we are only worried about his body holding up. But the play is the play. The play is going to be good. He's not going to allow. Has he allowed more than one sack his whole career in the season?
Yeah. Couple. I mean, not nothing, crazy, but yeah.
Maybe 2, 3. I know Tyron, damn, and I haven't given up not much. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can think about the times I watched Tyron give up a sack. You know what I mean? So I think from that standpoint, I think realistically on offensive line, we're gonna be good. I think we got depth, we got swings. You know what I'm saying? Guard isn't something that's reliable for us, but Tyler makes it okay. It's like Micah at linebacker and DN. Like, it's the guy we know, we need you in the pinch to do this, you can do it.
Right.
So Tyler is what makes it cool for us. So I'm cool with what we got in line. If they want to bring somebody in, do it, but don't bring somebody in, they don't start. Especially you spending that bread like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let me give y'all another name to look at then. TJ Bass.
TJ Bass.
Mm-hmm. The Oregon undrafted free agent.
I ain't got much for him.
I think that might be our future right guard.
He's on the roster?
He's on the roster right now. He's a big boy. He we gave him a lot of money too as an undrafted free agent, from what I remember. TJ Bass.
I guess we'll see in training camp.
I think that might be, if he could play center and left guard, I think he's gonna be the swing interior O-lineman, him and Awesome Richards.
So I hate to do this because we already said we're gonna do this, and we may have a difference of opinion. But so you get how many linemen you keep? 10, 11?
8 to 9?
You keep 8. How is he gonna make the roster? You think he makes it?
So who? Let's think. You got. Well, let's go to the 6. We know the first 5, right? We know the first
traffic laws.
We got the first 5, and then we got Willetso at 6. Farniak at 7.
Yeah.
TJ Bass at 8.
I think Asim Richards is gonna come before TJ Bass.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. So it's Awesome Richards 8, and then TJ Bass 9. Who am I missing?
We didn't got thin down here.
I think
I
you
guess
got
nobody.
I don't see.
That's all we got.
There's no way Josh Ball make the team.
No.
Let's go.
Let's think. I'm looking at the roster right now. You
This will
got
be a numbers game.
Alec Lindstrom. I was high on him coming out of college, but he's not.
BC.
Huh?
What's up with bruh?
What was that?
I said, Boston College. I said, yeah, what's up with Lindstrom, man?
You
Why he
think
can't get no play? I'm lagging. But no, what's up with Lindstrom? What's up with him?
I like Lindstrom. He's kind of I don't know if he has any position flex, and I think they want guys with position flex.
It's crazy he's not better than Tyler. And not saying that he should be, but it's crazy that like there's not a competition there.
Oh, you know we forgot Adoga.
We just brought him in.
Yeah.
From Atlanta, right?
From Atlanta, yeah.
We'll see. He's a guard. We'll see.
But he could play tackle though. He could play tackle. Like right tackle.
It's gonna be a numbers game and how they handle what we got, because I don't know, man. We used to be really, I feel like, a lot deeper. When you just listed that, we do got a problem. But fix it next year.
We got depth, but we not top heavy as like we used to.
Yeah. Tyler makes this thing all right though.
Yeah, and I think Tyler Biotish had a pretty solid year last year.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's a person that's probably, I think he slept on going into next year.
Yeah.
I think our expectation for Tyler Biotish, I think we should be hoping for another Pro Bowl season, but as a Pro Bowl starter this time.
Yeah.
We get that.
He was really good last year.
Yeah, he was moving some guys around, and even the respect. I think he was on GMFB the other day, and sitting across from Leonard, and Leonard was talking about like, yo, me and Devin was watching you, man, and we was like, yo, we gotta watch out for him. So even seeing the way that the league is responding, that's a good formula, man. That's definitely a good formula. So let's move away from the offensive line, and go over to, I would say, the linebacker group. Where do y'all see the linebacker group this year compared to what we got going on? Because is Leighton going to be in trouble?
I don't think so. I think Leighton is your one established true veteran. I think if this is LOB, he's not Bobby Wagner, but he's your KJ Wright. I think he's a dependable linebacker. He's the quarterback of the defense. I think you saw a huge difference in what the defense looked like last year with Leighton and without Leighton. And I remember last year, I couldn't wait for him to get back on the field after he got hurt against was that the Jaguars he got hurt against?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So at that point, I think it became clear that he and JK are probably the two most irreplaceable players in the back seven. I think those two guys, they're the heart of your defense. If they're not in, I think the communication is going to be off.
I can see that. So where does that leave the other three? Because essentially you're going to be in a base nickel. So you only got two guys that you're looking to stop. Because JK's on the field, you're really going to be running. You're really going to be in a lot of nickel dimes. For real. You're going to have three safeties out there, which is going to take another linebacker off the field where you're going to go with the two. And so if you got the two, is it Leighton in 33? How does Overshawn get on the field? Because, shoot, is Overshawn a day one potential starter, depending on the type of camp he has? And then does that mean Jabril Cox might as well call Luke Gifford and ask if they get contracts for him? Because, like, what's going on? Like, how does this thing play out? Because you got so many different guys that got really different skill sets. I think Overshawn gonna give you a lot of run and hit, and Cox gonna give you a lot of coverage ability. Leighton's your more all-around communicator, but Clark is you want him to headhunt. So how do you figure out who's gonna be on the field with your main starters?
The way I view the position is, I think you have, so the starters at linebacker to me would be Leighton Vander Esch, and not any of the other guys, but it's J-Ron Kurtz. I think J-Ron Kurtz in your base defense is the second linebacker. And I view Damone Clark as depth for Leighton Vander Esch. and I view Jabril Cox and Demario Overshown as depth for Javon Curse. And that's the way I think those guys will play. They'll play Cox and Overshown. They'll play similar roles to Curse in relief for Curse. Like I know in some instances they got.
We're here for a commercial break.
Technical difficulties. I'm back.
He's talking about I'm back.
All right. So Curse and Cox, they play more of the same role. They're gonna be your coverage linebackers, and I think Clark and LVE, they play more in unison with each other. But Curse, I know for some instances, Curse, he's not, just a box linebacker. They got some instances where they want him to be a slot defender. And I think in those instances where they want him to be a slot defender, I think that's where guys like Jabril Cox they come in for matchup purposes.
So my thing about it though is Anthony Barr was on the field a lot last year. Like a lot.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna take that job.
Damone Clark.
Yeah. Damone Clark. Not Overshown?
I think everything with him is gonna be situational.
Yeah. Especially year one at the linebacker position. Because it's, I know we think a lot of these players coming out of college, but I think like at the linebacker position, there's a steeper learning curve than it is at like corner or safety, because the linebackers, they're responsible for communication. They're responsible for pass and run. It's kind of like offensive line. I mean, kind of like a tight end. It's like those positions where they're kind of like hybrid. They're an extension of both position groups. More of a workload. So I think you'll see him in a like Nick said, teams with a little bit of situational role sprinkled in here and there.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see Curse on the field though with Clark a lot though, because I just looked at the snap percentages from last year. All three of the safeties played over 81% of the snaps. So I think I think it's gonna be a lot of all of them you got here. Let me see. I'm just looking at one more thing real quick. You got Anthony Barr played 65% damn near the snap. So I think those 65% of snap,
I said boy was on the field a whole bunch.
Yeah. So I think Clark gonna replace that 65, probably even bring it to like 70%, because Clark was starting to take Barr snaps at the end of the year. So I think you gonna get Leighton and Damone, and I think you're gonna see in certain situations I think more obvious passing downs, you might see more Jabril. And then in certain like situations where you want to bring a blitzer, you might see Overshown. So I think it just kind of depends. I think Dan Quinn got a lot of chess pieces. He going to a lot of dudes around, and that's shit. You gonna see Micah probably off backer sometimes, So I think
they're gonna put down the distance.
Yeah, everything's gonna be situational. You on the 45 and it's 3rd and 8. You know what I'm saying? That's that calling for one dude. But if you on the goal line, these 3rd and goal on the 4, you're gonna have another situation for somebody else. So
teams are gonna try to hurry us up a lot. They're gonna try to get us from switching. We're gonna be to hope they condition because they're gonna be running. And that's just us gonna have to win on first down. I mean, that's what's gonna come to. We lose on first down, we're gonna be in trouble.
They might have to go to Texas and do camp because Oxnard a little too friendly.
There you go, that heat. And then you go that heat. Nah, I think that's good dialogue. And that comes into kind of the DB conversation. We kind of know where we're gonna be at, and we talked at large about the slot position and kind of how that unfolds for us. So I feel like from a defense perspective, we know what we're gonna get. Unless somebody gets added to the bunch, we're gonna play 16, 17. How many defenders we might play like 18 guys on defense.
we technically got 12 starters.
Sure.
Like there's real like 12, 13 starters on the defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Reset start and
yeah, you was breaking up, but not like seriously. You got waves of pass rushes. You got like 6 pass rushes that's going to be getting in there, getting work, or D lineman rotations and stuff like that. And then you got the back end guys switching out too, and hopefully find room for guys like Izzy and Jay Lou and Deron Bland guys somehow play. That's a lot. That's a lot of movement. That's a lot of movement.
Right.
Man, that's good dialogue. That's good dialogue. And shoot, the last thing before we hop off here, I say if y'all can name a guy who's in trouble of getting cut, very in danger coming in the camp. I was
gonna say I'll let you start. I was gonna say we let you start, D.
Yeah, I was about to say I got a name. We talked about Boss Man, but I would say Nashawn Wright. Nashawn Wright, he in trouble. He might be in trouble, especially if that new corner we brought in, they like him.
I was gonna say Eric Scott. You think Eric Scott puts him in trouble?
Yeah, I think he puts him in trouble. Boss Man he gonna save himself. Bones gonna save Boss Man job somehow, some way. Boss gonna save Boss Man job, but Nashawn doesn't give you that on special teams. So I think he's in rough shape.
I think Simi Fehoko is in trouble, and I love Simi Fehoko. I want him to work out, but I think he's in trouble. When you look at the first 4 receiver spots, you know that they're going. We know that they're going to lean towards Jalen Tolbert and giving him a chance as a receiver for the future. So, like, either Simi got to be a real contributor, a real problem on special teams, or he's got to find a way to be productive this training camp. Because I think he's really in danger to be on the chopping block.
Yeah. Simi, I think Simi got a chance. Simi just gonna have to make plays in preseason, because if he can show like he has the versatility to maybe some special teams work, catch a touchdown for once, you know what I'm saying? If he can show something, they'll save him. But if he does nothing again, I agree, he's in trouble.
Right.
What about you, Nick?
I think Nashawn gonna get cut, but I got another corner that I think is in trouble because of Eric Scott, and I think is Jordan Lewis. I love Jordan Lewis, but if you look at the business aspect of it, they trying to pay some guys right now. Cutting Jordan Lewis will save you about $4 million. I think he might have to play at a really high level, especially coming off an injury where he's talking about the doctor had never seen an injury like that before, which is kind of concerning to me. You cut Lewis, that saves you about $4 million. And I think Dan Quinn really likes Eric Scott. And I think what Dan Quinn wants, Dan Quinn gets. And right here, you save $4.7 million. Got a lot of dues to pay.
This year, you cut them.
Jay Lou is a name. I ain't gonna hold you. Jay Lou is if they cut Jay Lou, I would be.
I guess that's somebody shining about it.
And I think I know you only asked one. I'm gonna have to throw this one in too. I watched Dorrance on the trade block. I think.
Yes, that's a good one.
I think Dorrance could be headed out too. I know Jerry loves Dorrance though, so that might save him. And
because you paid him $3 and you signed that $3 check.
Jerry loved Dorrance, so I don't know. I don't see. I like Dorrance. I don't see why Jerry loves him as much as he does, but we'll see.
Yeah, Jay Lou's an interesting one. Neville,
he's gone.
Oh yeah, Neville's gone. You know what? He's so gone. I forgot about it.
Yeah, I try not to say anybody that I've had a feeling I knew was gone, and Neville gone.
Yeah. Neville gone. Is there anything he can do to save his job?
I don't think so. I think it's done at this point.
Unless he comes and looks like Aaron Donald, I think he's gone.
Yeah,
he got to be better. Like he really got to compete with Odigizua and really threaten for Odigizua's spot, because we know that Hankins, he's gonna make the team because you need the big bodies. Mm-hmm. You know Mozzie. That Mozzie, we know he's around. I think it's between Quentin Bohanna and Neville Gallimore. I think they're fighting for that one spot.
And I'll tell you, No, but I'll tell you why it's Neville. Because I think Bohannon's the smarter one to cut, but Neville saves you $2.7 million in cap. And it's all about paying these 5 dudes I think they got to pay right now, big bucks. So every dollar.
Every dollar counts, but Neville allows you to take an injury to Hankins and be okay.
They kind of they play different though. They play different positions though.
I mean, yeah, you got. I just think I like Neville's size. I think what I'm saying, like Hankins, he gonna give you more one tech. He gonna be more inside. Neville gonna try to penetrate upfield. He's a bigger guy, but he doesn't play with that size a lot of times. But I still just feel like Neville protects you from an injury more than Quentin does. And because of that, I don't know. I feel like if Quentin's starting for you, you in trouble because the team are going to go after him.
I think Quentin has more of a role, though, than Neville.
I can see that, too.
I think Quentin's role is put your fat ass in the middle and fall down to the ground.
Fall down.
I don't think Neville has especially now with Junior Fihoko. And then now, last year, you know who's not talked about? You know what? I can't wait till the next episode when we talk about defense with the training camp. Sorry, I spoiled it a little bit, but Chauncey
Golston.
Yes, Chauncey Golston had a great year last year, and I don't see Neville being able to overtake that.
Yeah. Yeah, Neville got an uphill battle. He's a tweener at that point because he's a big guy, but you're battling against a 5. You're battling against a guy that can play outside. So it's like you can't even do it. You got skinny guys doing your job better than you.
Right. And you really, like, in Neville's position, you really have to be able to get to the quarterback. If you're playing that 3-tech position, you're penetrating nose tackle, penetrating 3-tech. You really have to be able to get pressure. Otherwise, there's no point of having you on the field. Think about before Oso Odighizuwa got to Dallas. I remember it was Tristan Hill and Neville Gallimore, and all we ever hear about these guys, they real good at getting up field. They're really disruptive. You know, you always hear that Malik Collins, and it looked at me like, okay, where's the disruptiveness at on the field? I see them getting up field, but there's no production, there's no pressure. You know, exactly.
Before we sign off, speaking of, sorry, my bad. It's the little chop.
You said what, Nick?
No, I was saying before we sign off, speaking of Osa, y'all think he could take that jump into not just a good pass rusher this year, but a great one? I think Mozzie can help that, and I think Hankins can help that too.
I think in the same boat as Tyler Biadasz, one of the guys that can take a jump to being a Pro Bowl player this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's gonna get everybody's defense gonna have an opportunity to become a Pro Bowler, to be honest, because you got so much compliment on the other side. Like he gonna have so many one-on-ones because of Mozzie, because of Micah, because of DeMarcus Lawrence. So you're gonna be one-on-one with a guy. And you can continuously whoop guards, and you gonna make a Pro Bowl, bro. Like if your ISO game is nasty like that in pass rush situation, you getting upfield in 2.5 seconds, the production gonna be there. So yeah, I think he absolutely has the potential. It's the same way why both the corners should be all pro, because you gonna have opportunities to make plays. So we'll see. I mean, I think Osa has been a guy that has overachieved. Like even when we picked him, it was like, okay, he has this skill set, and since day one, he's come in and played better than he was supposed to. So if he continues on that trajectory, yeah, he gonna accumulate 7 sacks, and that's gonna put him in good standing.
Yeah,
good standing. Fellas, good chop up. Y'all, we getting close to the training camp, man. We got a couple more weeks here. About 2-3 more weeks.
About 3 weeks. Our calendar. July 26th, first day.
We got a month. So, but we're gonna be a lot more structured moving forward here. We're gonna do a defensive preview, offensive preview, roster preview, and we're gonna give y'all a complete rundown of state of this team as we come into camp. And then as camp come, we might be jumping out two times a week once we get all this camp knowledge and film. We appreciate y'all grinding through this dead period with us. It's been a pretty quiet all season for Dallas this year. But that's good.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood, man. Hopefully it can stay that way. Hopefully, let me show y'all the morons real quick. Hopefully the morons don't mess it up. Hold on. That's not it. That's Nipsey Hussle. Hopefully, all is gone. You lucky. They lucky, bro. So if you didn't check it, Sam Williams and Boss Man had a hot box. Look at me being the feds. A hot box session, and they posted it on Instagram. It's like, nah. But man, hopefully them boys don't sink the shit, man. We trying to get to the Super Bowl for real. Nick, y'all got any last words to the people?
Hey man, we got on this countdown, man. We got like 27, 28 days. I'm ready for training camp to start. Yeah, man, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna just be, buying time. I ain't even tell you, I'll be helping out with the football team with my school. So I'll be just been coaching, filling my time up with football till football season comes. So yeah, man, it's that time of the year, man. I'm excited about it.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Nick, what's up with you?
Hey man, y'all heard my quarterback, man. We won the Super Bowl. Let's go.
God damn it.
God damn it. That's it. Mic drop. Mic drop.